we go. So first thing I want you to notice is how your teammate follows on kickoff. So what I normally use to explain what we do in kickoffs is, some people have seen this in the chat already. I use what we call a traffic light system. So I'm sure you've seen a set of traffic lights before. We have 3 colors on them. One means go, the other one means get ready to go or waiting, and the other one means stop. So whenever there's a 50-50 about to happen on the pitch, which is in essence what kickoff is, it's just a 50-50 in midfield. We don't know the outcome yet, so this is a question mark. We are on our amber light, so we're waiting to see what happens. The reason why you slowly cheat up like this is because then we can react to whichever direction this ball goes. If it's a red light, in other words, the ball comes flying into our corner and it's a loss for us on the kickoff, we can then turn at this point, get this back boost, and then make our play from that. But also, more importantly, is if it just trickles forward or 50s to the side, we have our green light to push forward. So we're close enough that we can cover both of these options, or all the options, no matter what happens. Which is exactly what your teammate does. He takes a soft touch to try and take control. He keeps it in the corner, which is one of the safest places. But what he does really well, I'm sure this guy's a smurf as well, by the way, is he positions his car specifically so that it's in front of the net, so that this guy can't shoot. Tries to get the boost, but unfortunately it doesn't. But one thing I really liked about you is when you, after you took your kickoff here, you come back and you did what's called a back post rotation. You come back and you're protecting the net quite well. Quite rare to see in sort of the platinum ranks. I think you are platinum if I remember correctly. But we do this weird turn in. You're perfectly positioned here to wait for this. See what happens. You do go when you need to anyway. But this kind of weird thing where we come up the back of the net was just unnecessary. But it worked out fine. Get a good 50. Once we get this 50, I wouldn't even jump for this. You know that your teammate's going to be behind. So in this scenario, because we have 2 turns, we have a first man and a second man. First man is the one that's always going for the ball, or on the ball at the time. The second man is the supporting player. I'm sure you'll have heard that before. Once this ball 50s and goes here, we know from the trajectory that it's going to come back here. We can let our teammate deal with this. What I would do is turn back around and come behind him. We don't want both of us in the corner in the same play. Just by you doing this, yes, you could go for this ball. But if you do, come down this way, you're facing this direction, you have what's called a negative hit angle. Whereas if your teammate goes for this and turns this way slightly, he has more of what we call a positive hit angle, so up the field. So just be mindful of knowing when to leave the play or leave the ball alone for your teammate to come get, because even still you could bump both of these and come back around. Give your teammate a much easier time. It lets him know that you're not going to go for the ball as well. But he has to back off and defend because you went for that ball again. And this is, in essence, why we end up conceding this goal. The 50 you did here was good, but jumping for the second ball was bad. We should have tried to turn around and come behind him and let him go for that. You kind of confused your teammate a little bit there. So this is the kickoffs. This kind of waiting, well, it worked out this time because they missed the ball, but remember to cheat up like we said. You're kind of playing really safe like this. You can only cover a ball that comes towards your net. You're only covering the loss. You're not covering this kickoff. If you're behind at this point, you can go towards this and hold on at this point. See what he's going to do with this ball. I can tell you already that this ball is going to roll up this wall. So in higher ranks, what we would be doing is speed flipping straight towards this boost, trying to get this boost and create an aerial play from this wall straight onto their net. A lot of goals are scored like this in higher ranks. And from this is actually a really good kickoff from your teammate. Just the fact that we're playing so defensive on this kickoff allows this guy to not only get this ball for free, but get all of this distance for free as well. So just be mindful that we don't need to protect the net yet because the ball is in a direct threat on the goal. He misses it. So we could have had this ball for free and this guy's not covering his net. Even if you'd have waited here and played patient, this is a free goal for you. All day of the week. At this point, I'm sure we're just kind of trolling a little bit. We grab the boost. Just unfortunately missed the ball a little bit. Again, once we miss the ball, I don't want to see you reversing. If we miss the ball, we've missed the ball. That's us done. As soon as you miss the ball, you need to be coming out and coming round. Let your teammate have this now. He's at a much better angle. Again, it's about this positive hit angle. You're not going to be able to do much going backwards. It's already happened, so just let your teammate go. Instead, we 50 him towards our own goal. And then we kind of panic a little bit. Do gain control of it, but it was a lot harder than what it needed to be. If we just respect our teammate's positioning a little bit. Brilliant play to get it past these two because they're both in the corner. But again, when your teammate has the ball in the corner like this, your teammate he shouldn't be back here like this. He should be in this danger zone here. Because every ball you get across, if it dribbles around, if you hit it off this wall, even if you hit it off this corner, everything's going to come back towards this zone. Both of the two opponents are in the corner. If you can beat these two opponents with your touch and get it round, they've got no chance of saving this. But the moment your teammate's way too far away. So we want to be relative to the play. At the worst, red line is defensive. This is just super defensive. It's unnecessary. But yeah, you do a good job of beating them out the play. Unfortunately, your teammate's not there to support. We come out of the play, which is nice. But one thing I want you to realise when you're coming out of the play as well, we don't have to go back for this boost. We're flipping all the way past this boost, this boost. We got two of these pads, but this is a pad lane. We could use this to drive back on this pitch. They're even drawn on the field for us. Again, we've got one down the middle. We've also got ones diagonally. Another one comes down there like this. So utilize them as much as possible. You can be boosting while you're flipping, but yeah, definitely grab this mid boost. You could even grab this one and then turn back into the play and challenge him here, which would probably be the most ideal because your teammate's a little bit too far away. So yeah, going for that back one was a little bit unnecessary. But this is the problem with what I was on about with giving space up for free. They gain possession here. The first challenge goes in around here. We've given them all this space for nothing when we didn't need to. We do take the ball off our teammate. Just be mindful. It is open. But I'll skip back a little bit. It's a good challenge from your teammate, and you can see that your teammate's still on the ball. Especially with that miss. I would let him have this. He's beating them two players. This is his ball. He's still on it. What I would do if I was you, come on middle. Come and support. At this rank, not all players are going to put this on target. Sometimes they're going to hit the post and it's going to bounce out. Sometimes this guy that we can't see off the screen will get back in time to defend this. And he needs this support in the middle, in this danger zone that we keep on talking about. So try and help him out. Make sure that it goes in rather than trying to take the ball off him. By that touch, you've now forced the ball into the corner. And our teammate's gone back. You've got no support here. What you do is really good, actually. You manage to drop it down, and you get a nice little pinch into the goal. Which is, in essence, exactly what you had to do because your teammate's so far out of the play. You're in front of their net about to score, and he's facing backwards, driving towards his own net. He should be here, getting ready for a pass from you from that corner. But you do really well here just to score that. So well done. It's a nice play. Okay, so when we've taken our kickoff, once we've taken our kickoff, we're returning for boost and to get behind our teammate. This is not your ball to go for. You've already made your play here. We then come out, we grab this boost or this back boost, and then we can look at supporting our teammate. The next person to go for this ball is your teammate. He's full boost. He's first man. You're now second man. So just come behind him. Let him know that you're coming behind him. By you going and hitting here is doing nothing apart from putting yourself at a disadvantage. Confuses your teammate. Good 50 from your teammate. Nice patience to not dive in for this because it's a loose ball. Unfortunately, we do get beaten to it. I can't remember what you do in this scenario, but what I'd like to see you do. He's taking this to... We've got to think about what our opponent's doing, what his touch has done. He's taking this down this way. He's got to get this in this goal. We know he's going to have to take this around this corner or try and pass it into the middle. Can we cover that from here? No, we can't. So what we can do is we can turn around, either shadow him into the corner, or take a wider approach and come front post here and challenge this ball when he gets here. This one, the orange one, is probably the better one because it's going to buy your teammate time to get back and behind you as well. Instead, we both turn the wrong way and we're both chasing the ball towards our own net. Somehow you don't get scored on there, but that's in any higher rank that would have been a goal. Turning and chasing the ball with a negative hit angle towards this way, towards your own net, is never a good idea. This is what people mean by ball side. Your teammate gets a good flick and you manage to score from it. Again, very defensive kickoff. By this point, in my lobbies, I would already be around here, getting ready to challenge this, jump this, or force the ball for my teammate. I'm not going to give him all of this pitch for free. Take out that boost. Teammate probably should have got the middle one, to be fair. Again, same kind of thing. You come in ball side back down this and chasing this player. The only hit you can get is towards your goal anyway. Let your teammate go for this. You flip out, come behind him, demo this guy on your way around. If you take this guy out, their attack's broken down before it's even begun. That way your teammate knows he can push forward onto this ball, that he has to challenge for it. At the moment, you're still on the ball. He doesn't want to double commit. So you're kind of holding him back a little bit in this scenario by chasing, because you can only go as fast as what that orange car can go. Yes, sometimes, ball side rotation is okay when you can get a demo. But you're not going to be able to do that all of the time. Generally speaking, it's going to end up in a bad time. Not all of the time, but most of the time. We come ball side and we bump our teammate off as well, which is a bit unfortunate. And this is a very odd play. You should be, once you grab this boost, I don't know why you turn from this. Keep going. You've got the boost, you've got the pressure. You kind of both turn and just wait for them to do something. And again, we're grabbing boost when we're already on 90. Now our teammate's not got none, he wants this boost. You should never be grabbing this mid boost when your teammate's coming back. Now your teammate has to go right the way back, and you've got no support. So yeah, be a little bit careful about that, about taking these mid boosts, because your teammates will want them. You can always attack by using one of our pad lanes, if you remember, by following up one of these. If you only have 20 boosts, you can flip without boosting, grab a couple of pad lanes, and you can have, you know, 50, 60 boost by the time you get there and close the distance. So again, we land here. We take this 100. We land here with next to 90 still. It's probably around 85. We boost forward when we could have just waited to land on the wall and then flip. Then we carry on boosting, and we've wasted 90 boosts to get from here to here. Then we miss every single pad on the way back, and we go for a boost that isn't there, and we're still 0. In reality, what you could have done in that scenario, save your boost, single flip, grab 1 or 2 pads, turn back in and support your teammate here. You'll have had 100 boost, and you'll have been relative to the play. You've taken yourself out of the play, and now you've got 0 boost as well. And then we go for the corner boost because we're on 0 boosts, and that should have been a goal. And then we're diving in for a ball we're already beaten to as well. So, okay. So this boost, we've got this boost, which is fine. So this falls back onto our traffic light system here. Do we know what's gonna... We can see this 50 is about to happen here. We've got... This is about to happen. There's going to be a 50 around here somewhere. We don't know the outcome yet. Still a question mark. But we're going as if we've already got the green light. But we should be on amber. We should be waiting around here. Positioning sideways sometimes, saying, right, what's going to happen? What's the outcome of this going to be? Enemy gets a boom over your head. Red light, can't go. If you're here, you can turn and cover this. You can shadow him, you can play him into that corner. If he misses and your teammate gets a good touch, you can go for it. You've got both options from this point. But where you are here, boosting at high speed here, if he gets a boom upfield, it's a goal against you. You're doing what's called an all-in play. Yes, there is a chance of scoring, but we're 3-1 up. We don't need to score. We just need to not get scored on at this point. Stay close to the ball. Grab 1 or 2 pads here. Stay close to the ball. Just try to be annoying to him. Give your teammate a chance to get his boost. Instead, we just leave the player. And we let him get a setup for free. And we're both just sat in that. They got the ball in their corner over here. Okay? We've given this whole pitch to them for free. For no reason. Yeah, we both got boost now. One of you should be challenging. He uses the doors. And then we get a nice soft touch to follow up on. And he hits it. So it works out in your advantage, but we're making a challenge and a save on net here when they gain possession here and we just left them. It's unnecessary that they even got that far. You just gave up pressure. You'll have heard the term in Rocket League, pressure. If you can turn and challenge and tackle him here, keep this pressure and let your teammate come back into the play. You haven't left their half. You're keeping what's called attacking pressure on. They're then low on boost because they haven't got time to go and turn for boost. And the ball doesn't leave their half. So yes, sometimes this scenario is going to work out, but a lot of the time, especially when you start moving up ranks and get a little bit better as well, other players will punish you, giving them that space. You give them a wall set up for free. If I did that in my rank, that's a goal. 99% of the time, that is a goal. Again, we get possession. Teammates kind of come in and creeping up, but we get 50'd. Again, we're coming back, we're returning, we're not using any of our pad lanes, we're driving straight back towards our own net. I don't know whether that looks more like a controller DC or something, I'm not sure. So we've got boost, we've got a player. This is kind of a much better what you did when we think about our traffic light system again. So this ball was a bit difficult to read. It's very up and down. You kind of positioned on the wall. You got your boost. We're waiting about, and you're positioned nicely here. Waiting to see the outcome of this, right? What's he gonna do? He's got the ball first. Okay, he's got a touch towards this direction. You can just turn and cover this now. This was much better approach to what you did rather than diving in for it. And he just hits the ball for you for free. We get free possession because this guy flips into it. Unlucky first touch. I can see what you're trying to do. You're trying to go up the wall to set something up on that. That's fine. Take the boost off him. This is a nice control. Yeah, you kind of dictating these are wanting to challenge for it, wanting to go for it. Now you've beat two out the player. You need to get this ball up this middle as fast as possible. Bit of a heavy touch on this one. Good hook shot. Unfortunate it wasn't on target. You had a lot more options. You made this a lot harder and a lot slower than what it needed to be. What we did is we had free possession from this point, and we played it towards this boost and then hit it towards this boost. This is two big hits. When in reality what we can do is, without flipping into it, soft touch it. Either you can try and flick it forward, or you can just dribble it forward. Just push it forward, straight up this line, grabbing these boost pads, straight towards their net as fast as possible. It doesn't give these chance to get back then. Even if you're not comfortable, you know, with your dribbling control and things like that, you can just try and hit it straight towards the net and then follow it up. But yeah, definitely with something like this, when you've took two players out of the player, try and be as direct and as fast as possible. Try and take advantage of that numbers advantage as much as possible. Really good patience here from your teammate. Turns, he's waiting, he's shadowing. Okay, flips into it, he's got his green light now. Really good challenge from him. Again, we can see that our teammate falls nicely onto this ball. We also try grab 100 boosts when we're already on 100. There's no need for you to be here at all. Take your time, chill, stay around the goal. These are still, they're in your half, they're attacking threat. Your teammate can deal with this, he's close. He fell close to it. He was over here, ball was here. Let him deal with it. You get ready to follow up and to score from this player. Because if he beats and gets this ball upfield, you can straight go for it. If he loses and gets beaten and the ball comes back down into your corner, you can go for it. You're covering all options, but at the same time, more importantly, you're covering your net. As soon as you go into this corner with him, if these pinch this or hit this off this corner, you're both out of the play, you're both done. Just be a little bit more patient when you're behind your teammate. It's a nice save, you've got time to follow, soft touch it. No need for us to hit this hard. You can try and go for a shot. He's already back, he's waiting. You've got so much time and space. This is the ideal scenario if you want to be a little bit more mechanical player and you want to try some flashy mechanics and do it a little bit. You can pop this up real nice and go for an air dribble. You can soft touch this towards your wall. This is the ideal scenario. You've only got one there and he's high upfield. This is where you can get your clips and things like that. Take this up the wall, grab this boost on your way up and go for the air dribble. This is a better chance. If you want to try and shoot for it, that's fine. You know, some people are not too keen on scoring goals like that. They want to be a little bit more mechanical and they want to try some stuff. I probably would at 3-1 up try and take this to the wall or try and air dribble this and go for a double tap or something. Good pass attempt. I like that, staying close there. Now, so our teammate's going to have this ball. This ball's coming to him. He's going to turn and receive this around about this point. We've got boost. We don't need boost. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a couple of pads just to top up a little bit. And then we're going to wait here on our amber light. Right, has teammate got this ball? Is he progressing it? Yes, okay, we can turn up and support. Is he getting 50'd? Is he beating the ball coming down this way? Okay, we can go back to our net. Giving ourselves these options, this traffic light system. Let's see how it played out. Yep, we do exactly that, but we're going for this big shiny boost. We didn't need boost. Ball's near our goal. We need to be defended. You had 60, 70 boost. All you need to do is grab these two pads and turn it here. Why are we going for boost? We had 80, 90 boost. We didn't attack the player. We just need to stay next to this and support this. We turned away from the player to go for 100 boost. When we already had 90 again. Grab another corner boost to get 100. Much better here. This is exactly what I was talking about. Teammate goes for this ball. He gets a good touchdown to here. You kind of did this circle around here. You managed to grab two of the pads and now we're turning. Okay, teammates hit it. Green light, we can go for this. Much better on this one. Well, he actually scored. Okay, fair enough. But your positioning was much better. Bit of an unfortunate kickoff. We do grab the boost. This is much better support. I would like you to be a lot closer here though. As on attack, you want to be around about where this boost pad is. Don't be too scared. You can get back to a ball if they hit it hard, and even if they do, players in this rank are not going to score very often from that. Bit unfortunate though. Someone still needs to go for the ball though. Even though you got bumped, you took your boost off your teammate. So break this down a little bit, what actually happens here. Okay. Teammate gets a demo, and I hit. This ball's free. Yeah, you should be turning for this ball. I think you try and turn away because you think he's going for it, but this is your ball to go for. You should be going more this way. He's coming back for this mid boost. Leave this for him, and you take possession of the ball. You turn and get in his way, and then you both miss mid boost, and then you take the back boost when you've already got 70. There's no need for you to get boost. You should be worried about this ball. He's going to pick it up here in his corner with no boost. Oh, they must have forfeited. But yeah, there's a lot of things that you do need to work on. Boost management, going for boost, one of the biggest ones. But supporting the players, second man, properly is a big thing. Being in the right position. So in this zone, when your teammate's in the ball with the corner, we don't want to be sat right back. Yes, it's defensive. And yes, sitting around about here is okay when you 2 or 3 goals up, but you still want to be relative to the player. You know, you don't want to give them all of this ground for free. You don't want to let them just get to your corner. And the other one is respect your teammates' positioning. So the kind of 3 things. I'll type all of this up and I'll put it in the chat. And I'll tag you in it, so you've got it there. And I'll put a copy of the video in. And I'll give you 3 things to work on. 3 main points to work on. And From that, what I normally do is about a week or two's time, once you've been working on these for a little bit, we'll have a look at another replay, see how you've progressed, and see what else we need to work on, and go from there. And we can start developing some more advanced techniques, start getting you in the position, get a good foundation first, and then getting you in the position to, I can see you want to be that mechanical player, you want to play that sort of freestyle role, you want to be that guy that's hitting them double taps and getting flip resets. It's definitely something I can teach, and definitely something you can learn quite easily with the right mindset. So we'll definitely work at something towards that, but we need a good foundation first before we develop any of that. But yeah, that's all I've got. And so I'll get all that done and typed up and processed, and watch it back if you need to. And I'll get, like I say, I'll give you these 3 points to work from. Just bear them in mind when you are playing, and we'll go from that in the future.